going on, Booktube? This is the self-appreciation tag. This is an original Authortube / Booktube tag by CassTeaElle, otherwise known as Cassie Beebe. I saw this on her channel about a month ago, and I told her I'd do the tag and try to keep my word. And if you're not familiar with her, I actually have one of her books. And I will leave a link to her channel down below. Or I'll try to, if my nerd skills are in working order. Okay, number 1. What are you best at in relation to your writing life? I want to go with creating characters and actually maintaining suspense. People haven't read enough of my stuff to really know what kind of writer I am, because I just have one book out and a collection of short stories, and I just kind of threw them together because I had stuff sitting around here, and I threw it up, and I published on Lulu, and well, we'll get into that in a little bit. 2. What's your favorite scene in your current work in progress? And why are you proud of it? Read a snippet. Well, I have a lot of works in progress, 4 or 5 novels. Yeah, I know you're going to go, sure. And generally write everything out in longhand. And this is from the Gospels of Equus. And this is about basically 7 people from different walks of life, different religious backgrounds, and they all get together to work toward a common cause. So if you want to rip off the plot of my novel, go for it. But here's a little bit of it. Pardon me. Malachi Muth stood 34 inches tall. His tight beard wrapped his small chin and looked like a shadow beneath his straw hat. He viewed the world through eyes the size and color of brown M&Ms. Everyone who had ever looked into those eyes saw an undeniable intelligence there. They also saw the fury. He had just climbed out of his specially designed car and stepped onto the sidewalk. The streets were empty at 1 a.m. in the town of Tuba City, Arizona. Empty in the sense that even a small man could pass through the crowd and merit little more than a casual glance. The Friday flea market was in full swing, and he traveled carefully through the milling shoppers until he found the street he was looking for. He had already done his recon, so this trip was really nothing more than a stroll to a destination clearly marked on his mental map. He wore a trench coat hemmed to just a few inches above the ground. Beneath the coat he carried a special-made .22 Magnum automatic pistol. The compact weapon rode under his left arm, and it rubbed the inside of his small bicep as he strode along. He noted that most assumed he was a child as he pushed his way through thighs and asses. He was relieved to be away from the crowds. He had learned long ago that some people did not value personal hygiene as much as he did. So that's that. That's from the Gospels of Equus. Been working on that for a while. 3. What's your favorite thing you've ever written? The favorite thing would probably be Gray Sun, the Colored Rain back there. Trying to get somebody to read that. Not having a lot of luck. So I'm going to read from a short story in Paroxysm of Fear, Volume 1, and no, I never did Volume 2. Pretty cool. My cousin did that artwork. That was for the short story The Salesman. But this is from Dark Confessions. It goes like this. This is the beginning of it. Did you ever think that you could love a monster? My God, I never thought that I could until now. Love, that's a strange thing to feel whenever you're lying at the bottom of a rocky pit with your legs busted. They look like psychedelic balloons, all multicolored and swollen. They hurt like hell at first, but the pain hasn't been that bad lately. I'm not exactly sure how long I've been down here, because this deep inside a cave there's no visual perception of night or day. I'm wearing a wristwatch, but it was smashed during the fall, just like my legs. It's damp and cool down here, but that doesn't really bother me. It's those images beyond the flickering light of the candle that really bother me. I try not to let those splintered bones and smiling skulls interfere with my writing. I want to get all this down, so maybe, just maybe, people will find it and understand why I love her so. So that was written at a weird time in my life, and there's been a lot of weird times. But one of those pat on the back, or like Anthony Michael Hall in The Breakfast Club at the end, where he writes the essay, I think, of who they are or something like that, and he gives himself a little punch in the arm. So I get that. 4. What's your favorite thing? No, sorry. 4. What's your ultimate dream for your writing future? I don't really have one anymore. If something makes it, it makes it. If not, that's fine. Used to want to be a best-selling author. Not so much anymore. I'd just like for someone to get a hold of one of the things I've written and go, hey, this guy's pretty good. Define success. I already have success. I have 3 great kids. I have a wonderful wife that puts up with all my shenanigans and likes me for who I am, a wild man that lives out here in the woods and likes to ride a little bit and do a bunch of other stuff. 5. Name a time you stepped outside your comfort zone. Tell us what you learned from it. Well, when it comes to writing, I can tell you this, I won't write any more sex scenes into my books because I'm not comfortable with it, and it just, there's really no need for it. I think it's better if it's implied, unless you're writing erotica, and I don't write that. So. 6. Share a positive writing memory. Now, I'm not sure if this is when you were writing or if you got something published. Let me see if I can find this freaking thing. Oh, that's wrong. Here, this was published in '95 in Kudzu magazine again. And this was before I started college, so it was Depression ad infinitum. And again, I wrote it when I was in a weird place. I'll read the freaking thing. Depression ad infinitum by Todd Whitmire. Winter is upon us, gray and cold. Death is about, threatening young and old. Sorrow brings forth rain from our eyes. The sun is silent in darkening skies. Ghosts of yesterday visit our dreams. Our grasp on sanity trembles and leans. We stare longingly into the bottomless pit, while gremlins of evil upon our shoulders sit. Horror lurches forth from the graves of the soul. The ice in our hearts hides like a hideous troll. Our hard look inside reveals the worst. Into dusty tombs we all are cursed. Life, albeit beautiful, like a silver spider's web, soon escapes as energy begins to ebb. Alas, the grey unknown we all must face when death carries us away in its cold embrace. Now, if that's not an upbeat poem, I don't know what is. 7. If you have a finished product out already, read us your favorite review. I haven't had any really positive reviews on The Vulnerable God, so I'm going to read anything. What happened with that, like I stated previously, the manuscript had sat around here. It was probably in its 3rd draft, and I found out about this Lulu place through one of the local school teachers, and he had published a couple books, and found the website, and I was like, well, I'm going to throw this up there. I uploaded my file. I didn't realize you had to have a template, since I'm not you know, I'm an older guy, and when I first started writing, it was on a mechanical typewriter. Then I went to an electronic typewriter. Then I went to a computer. So I'm still learning. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know as far as, like I said, I didn't know I needed a template. So I threw the thing up there. I got it in print. Told some people about it. But I also warned them, there's some wonky pages, the page numbers are out of whack. I didn't have the thing professionally edited. There's grammatical errors in there, but the story is still intact, and I am very, very proud of the story and the book. So, 8. Because we all can't help supporting others, take a break from self-promotion and shout out 3 of your favorite YouTube/Booktube creators. I have a lot of favorites. But if we're talking about authors, just off the cuff, I gotta go with Dane. I've read 2 of his books. Some pretty good writing, for sure. Linda Jo Martin, liked her book. I liked Stephanie's book. Oh gosh, sorry Stephanie. World Called Ours. It's been a while since I read it. Linda Jo wrote River Girl. And Dane I read Formerly and Driven. So, but there's some other booktubers I can mention, but I can only name 3, so that's them. And that is it. If you wish to do this tag, go for it. Like I said, I came across it and it sounded interesting. Said that's CassTeaElle or Cassie Beebe. Said I'll try to leave a link if my nerd skills are not eroded. If you stuck around and listened to me babble this long, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And everybody drink one for me. Later. Bye.